do a better
Why
job.
why'd you like the call? Why'd you like the call on the game winning touchdown?
Why did I like it? Hindsight, I don't really like it very much right now. I mean, obviously, it didn't work out.
Well, I
too
mean, at the
well,
time,
but-
yeah. Why did you choose that call at that time?
Yeah, I think during the course of that drive, there's probably a couple plays in there and calls and coverages, things that we were mixing that, that you look at and like, okay, this was good. And then, maybe a play two before that, there was a call that maybe on that last play would have been better, but the play before that, I saw something that made me nervous about calling it again because there was maybe another space or another, opportunity for them in there, to make a big play. So moved away from that call, went to another call to try to, give help other places. And, obviously wish I had had another call in that situation to be able to help in those areas. And then really in the situation in the field where we were, a lot of it too, I was, we're trying to gauge the clock and see where we're at from the time and how much time was going by, because that changes some things as you go and what they can do, as it limits as the time goes down, then they have to start elongating. They still had some time and, they had the right play on for that situation.
Matt, how did you handle
Matt,
things from
Matt-
a personal standpoint?
It's okay.
How'd you handle things from a personal standpoint when it came to Sean? Obviously, it's a tough situation.
Yeah.
Since what was your messaging to him? How did you handle that?
Yeah, what I love about football and what I love about coaching, and one of the reasons I got into coaching, honestly, is because of the relationships. I think that's what's really important, and just my story and where I came from, and left the business world to get into coaching. I played football. I love football. I loved the relationships I have from football. I loved the coaches that I had. My parents were teachers, and I saw how they impacted kids and young people. And so that's why I left and I got into coaching. And, honestly, I think, this has been great for me coming to this organization, Nick, the culture he has here, to be able to get back to that. I think it's a very competitive business. It is what it is. The NFL, it's about production, and we have to produce. We understand that. And, when you're in it for a long time, which I somehow, I'm now the old guy. I don't know how that happened, but it happened quick. And, you get caught up in the rest of it. You're trying to produce and you're trying to win, which is what we're all trying to do. But to me, it's the relationships, whether it's the relationships I have with the players or the coaches. I hold a lot of value in that. And, when the game is done and we're all, not with the game anymore, it's the relationships that'll stay. And I think I've been really blessed with Sean to have a relationship and build a friendship. We've had mutual friends that we've either worked with and have that connection to each other. And he's been great, really helped me transition in here, in a situation where, my family's not here. I'm kind of, here by myself, and he's looked out for me from that aspect of it. So I think in those situations, the first thing for me, whether it's whatever it is, you pack all the rest of it away and you talk as friends. The most important thing is that everybody's okay. That's the most important thing, because in the end, that's all that matters. And then, at that point, once you make sure and you check in and say, okay, well then, all right, from the other side of it, then how do we go forward and what's the best plan? And then you sit down and you just try to figure it out.
Matt,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Where you guys stand?
Yeah.
What you do to reconcile that?
Yeah. Man, I just gave him a big hug before I came in here too. It's really been awesome for me to, be back around Slay and really have an unbelievable relationship. He's a great guy. He's super kind, super funny. He's very determined. He's everything that, that he is. And obviously just so appreciative of him, and our conversation that we had in the spring, and just, just helping me. Honestly, he's helped me a lot. He's in the spring, just kind of getting acclimated and just talking through. And honestly, he's one of the guys I knew coming in the building. And you know how it is when you go into a new building, you go someplace new and you're trying to learn people, you gravitate towards the ones you know. And, he out there with arms open and trying to, help me kind of, fit in and feel comfortable, which I really am very grateful to him for. And I think, just look, as you go through life and you grow and you learn and, hopefully improve and get better as a person, from me personally, where I was, whenever that was, I'm just trying to be a better person every day, and I'm just really thankful to him for that. And then, you roll into the season and you're playing football and you're talking technique, and we were out there post-practice one day and he was working on some man-to-man techniques and footworks with the young guys, and I was sitting there watching, and we were just kind of talking about techniques, and you get back into the football fundamentals of it, which he's super great at, and that was fun. You're back coaching and teaching, and couple things we were talking about, which was really cool. And then, you know, we get into the season, and he was obviously knew, you know, maybe the first game of the year or so was going to be a little bit tough for me, and he kind of was there and kind of made sure I was okay, and that was awesome. You know, that was awesome. So I think, you know, look, everybody tries to grow as people and you know, and sit down and come together and go forward. And that's what's been really, really awesome and cool, you know, about it. And I love that, you know, and I don't think all of us are ever our most perfect selves for our entire lives, you know, and I don't think that has ever happened. So it's good for me to be able to come back and build some of those relationships, you know, the way that really, you know, you want them.
Matt, throughout your time